All right, welcome back to round two, our triple threat of a Thursday night. Without further ado, we brought it back to our classic Michi. We, for the most part, kept the same teams. No, we didn't. We actually swapped teams up. Okay, so repping the Taylor color. Taylor, hopefully I did you justice this night. I went 2 for 3 with your color. It's winning odds. Anyways, I went as the Turks with Larry on my team, which is interesting that he did not go Turks. I was like, I kind of want to do what you do, Larry. I can't cut, but I'm gonna be married to that middle. I'm gonna build as I go. Then you have Larry as the Rootin' Tootins. Then you have Spencer as the Hindustanis because we needed some camels. And then you have Chase as the Spanish. On the other side, we have Tanner. In the gray as the Slavs. We have Travis as the token Spanish. We have Jono as the Persians. And then we have Barzee as the Rootin' Tootins. So, we're gonna just look at this real quick. Wow. Instead of Barzee doing his regular Fortress of Solitude, he's got all the town centers lined up along the tree line. So we'll see how that actually ends up turning out. We got Larry working on his wall. He's got a castle up. See, eventually I get a castle up here, and I told Larry, hey, here's the plan. I'm just gonna cut to the middle. Someone just cut me a little bit in the middle. As you cut, I'm gonna start building bombard towers everywhere. And we're going to just slowly inch forward there. It ends up being a good idea later, and I guess I'll point that out why. I did not take my eyes off of there. But apparently there was a lot of commotion here in the corner. Tanner cut really early like he usually does. It's always a safe bet that he's going to do that, either with me or him. And so there had to be a little bit of pivoting going on over here. Larry had to pivot a couple times away. I start getting a wall started. We have our trade going, which our trade looks okay. Over there, let's check this trade. Looking good, looking good. I don't know if this... I guess they are trading with these ones and not these ones back here, or else they might get congested. Maybe? I don't know, we'll see. Let's see, we have Jono lumbering the front. Alright, so Larry's gonna wall this. Oh, I built my wall over here. So I end it right there. Hopefully Larry connects that eventually. End it there. Spencer's really far. He's very close to the front. Along with Chase. There's a tree connecting there, so one onager shot and that's open. It's always dangerous. Same with this. Very, very dangerous. I'm just pinging up, this is where I'm ending the wall. Okay, let's see. Tree drop, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. Tanner's got a few siege onagers already ready to go. He does not have the military to necessarily support them yet, but he's got the building. So there he goes. He's going at it. I have a bombard tower. Larry's gonna start cutting for me at some point. I'm gonna send some troops that way. Oh, I'm still building. Or Spencer's still building a wall. Barzee is going full defensive. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm glad we didn't cut on that end. But the wall's not done. There's a line of houses. Which would have been really easy to house them. Man, if we would have cut in the middle early, that would have been great. Maybe not as great as I thought, but that would have been really interesting to see how that worked out instead of reactive to that. Alright, so let's look over here. This is where the first action happens. We have Tanner, and we're gonna cut there soon. Alright, so this castle, luckily it's the Teutons, so they got long range. Tanner gonna make it. They see him. They're not gonna make it. Boom. Alright, so this gives us just enough time. Hey, they're building. We need to respond to this really quick. I think Larry killed one of his villagers. I don't know why he killed one of his villagers, but they need to get something to cut sideways, or a lot of bombard cannons. Alright, Alright, so Larry starts cutting for me. I'm like, hey, just slow cut, widen out. Let me get some bombard towers. Let's see, Tanner is getting ready for round 2. He's gonna start getting these trebuchets going. Yeah, Tanner's gonna widen that out a little bit so he doesn't get clogged up. Chase is trying his... Chase is not a great early game player, but once he gets rolling, he's very dangerous. So this was super pivotal that Larry put this castle here, because they were not ready. Tanner would have just waltzed in. That would have been so bad. So good job, Larry. What a teammate. Oh, Tanner, I think, has given up on this. Might have made it through. They only got one cannon there. Maybe he's going to try again, now that this is going to go bad. Alright, so we officially cut through here, and then Travis is... Not as many paladins, but he had a lot of paladins ready. I'm just trying to fortify this cut. I'm glad I did, because eventually Larry's going to have to leave. A lot of different cuts go on. Alright, so Larry's trying his best to use these bombard cannons. Are they going to do it, though? Shooting from the side. Oh, go. Ah, no! It's so close! Oh, one more shot. Maybe 2, but that's most... Oh, he's outrunning him. No, is it gonna happen? No! Oh, he's trying to out. Serpentine! Oh no, what are you doing? Just cut this! Wow, that was very close. Good job, bombard cannons from Larry. Alright, so back to here. So basically we've plugged this up. I got a bunch of towers, start trying to build more. I got a bunch of cannons to just basically aim over here. If they're pocketed cannons can do a decent amount, I think we figure out one spot. I did build a tower up here, but that gets taken away. I think there were some trebuchets that ended up getting that. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold this line. Here comes Tanner for round 3 of trying to get through. Tanner, I feel you. I have tried this. I have had many a game where I'm like, I'm good, I'm gonna cut early, let's do it. And Larry has stopped me with bombard cannons. I'm gonna feel this pain next round, actually, from Spencer. Alright, so Tanner has given up on trying to get through there because it's gonna be met with a whole bunch of futileness. So he decides just, okay, let's just make the cut. We're gonna make the cut, and here we go. But luckily that gave Chase some time to start building, and Spencer enough time to cut away there. So I'm really just plugging this up with camels and letting all my towers and defenses do a lot of work here. Now, what I understand actually ends up being another sort of cut. So Tanner's all by himself up here. He's facing more or less a 2v1 with Spencer and Chase. Spencer just seems like he's got a bunch of siege and camels. Okay, so there we go. So I think there's another cut. Ends up happening somewhere. Meanwhile, the middle, Larry and I are pushing forward in the middle. Just very, very congested right here, though. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Okay, so Barzee has now cut. He has officially cut on this side. He's not completely through yet, because they're taking down towers, but at this point, Larry's like, hey, I gotta go. I have to deal with this right now. So he moves this guy's kind of out of the side. So I don't know if he pivots these guys necessarily, but I think he stopped sending troops to him. So I'm now in charge of building this front, which, I mean, I've got the resources, I've got the guys. So I'm 1v, right now 2v2ing with Travis and Jonah, but Larry's gonna have to lead. Barzee's in the 2 because it's very dangerous. Maybe some hand cannon moves over there for us to 2 ignites, or else they will never die. Alright, let's go over here. Okay, so still a pretty decent battle. We got Chase here, we got Spencer with his camels. Yeah, looks like they're not trying to cut their way on the side, but we got the production buildings to support it. Luckily, Chase went and put a wall there so they don't be that, but there's still this. Alright, got me in the middle here. I'm starting to get a little bit pushed on. I'm gonna build some more towers and hopefully I'll keep them out. Larry. Alright, what goes in must come out. So here comes Larry. He is Michi? I don't even know if that's the right word, but he sent some paladins through the hole. Oh, I think I remember this. I think he comes to actually help me out. Either that or he's just scouting the wall for any sort of weakness. Alright, so I'm getting pushed on, but I'm trying to target all these trebuchets as much as I can. That's really my biggest concern. My towers are what's keeping me alive right now. It looks like Spencer's got a few troops that he's sending up here. Some pigmen? Okay. Alright, so I've kind of stopped that first little wave. Here comes... Yep. Alright, so here comes Larry. He sends some paladins in the back. He's getting rid of some of that siege, so it gives me a chance to move forward for my citizens.
Defend him?
Build. Okay, so my citizens are going to start building some more towers to kind of help me move forward. So boom, boom, boom. Let's look over here. So Tanner and Chase are still at it. There's a little bit of Spencer here. I'm wondering if Spencer... No, Spencer's still sending some troops over here. So Chase and Spencer are just 2v1ing against Tanner. Shows you how lethal Tanner is. But Chase is building up quite the force. And eventually, that force is going to go forward, probably. And there it goes. Alright, so Chase is sending him. Push it. Push the line. Alright, so Larry has now... He has gotten rid of those Barzee castles. He's moving some bombard cannons forward. And he's trying to break through. I mean, that was pretty well defended, but he looks like he's going to break through. Alright, so we're starting to move forward. We're starting to build some more bombard towers. Just basically trying to take as much attention as I can here in the middle and just hold it. Larry's going to send some troops forward. Spencer's going to send some troops forward. Back over here. Go Chase and some cavalry, some of that siege is good. Alright, so broken through the first layer of walls, and Larry is now giving it to Spencer. He is taking down castles, he is taking down siege workshops. This is only a matter of time before this is broken through. And I don't see any sort of anything stopping it from the trade. This is going to be open anytime. Boom, it is open. Larry is through. He is sending a horde of paladins.
Hazır.
That is a group of 58 paladins and one Barzee villager. 57 paladins. And instead of going straight for the trade, he's going straight for Barzee's villagers because he did not click the bell. They're out in the open. It's just easy pickings. Barzee's trying his best to try to fortify the area. And there he goes. He's found the trade. That is going to be a devastating blow. Barzee and Spencer are still doing some work here in the front. It looks like they are losing. So it looks like Tanner is winning the 2v1 at this point. And it's going to start... He's got a lot of siege coming forward while Chase's military production building. So let's swing back here in the middle. I am starting to slowly inch forward, building these bombard towers. I got some hilarious onagers that are still just chilling here. So they're kind of helping me out, just like a bunch of camels forward. My citizens build towers as they go. Larry is all over the place. They've got to redirect a lot of resources, a lot of attention over here. It seems like it's mostly just Barzee. He's building castles, he's building bombard towers. I'm still getting a good bit of Tanner, or not Tanner, Travis, and John, which is a mistake. I think I remember them telling me that, like, hey, I'm getting a lot of attention over here, and Larry's like, that's a mistake. They need to be focusing on me, because I'm going to keep them. And he was. So, there we go. So Larry is taking out town centers. Barzee has thrown up very quickly a couple of bombard towers and a couple of castles. So it's going to be really hard hard to take away these town centers, but Barzee has now, instead of going after the town centers, he's now just parking it farther north in the trade. He's just spewing troops through that hole, has yet to be dealt with. I'm in there here in the middle, still dealing with Jono and Travis, but luckily I got the defenses to deal with that 2v1. Random trade card. Right, that's really weird. Alright, so it looks like Tanner has kind of opened this up a bit. He's trying to pocket some trebuchets, but Tanner holding this 2v1 is very impressive. That is a lot of siege. Spencer loves these bombard cannons. A lot of cavalry from Chase. And Travis is still giving me his full attention over here. And it seems like most of Jono's attention too. Jono's done. I don't think Jono really. He might have sent a couple troops this way, but I've really been taking Travis and Jono in the middle the whole time, which is totally fine. Focus on me. Man, Chase is such an army built up. See him move forward. Holy moly. Yeah, that side's not gonna look pretty for Tanner here in a couple seconds. Come back into the middle. Jono's got a lot of crossbowmen. Travis got a lot of halbs and a lot of paladins, so they got the full trifecta. I'm really only sending camels, bombard cannons, and building a lot of bombard towers. That is my game. That seems to be working okay. Let's see, Larry has now pivoted his troops. Travis has pivoted some halbs that way to try and get Larry out of their base, but Larry is leading him on a wild goose chase over there, while he's sending some more paladins in. Barzee is he's just trying to put out fires. He has built so many bombard towers everywhere, slowly trying to take Larry out. It doesn't seem like Barzee has really any military production buildings other than castles. So he's trying his best. Larry has done such a good job of just basically wiping him out. So with only his castles, he's sending a bunch of Teutonic Knights, which are very effective against paladins. Nice. I'm still getting a lot of traffic from Travis and Jono. Trying my best to fend them off. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, so Chase and Spencer are now moving forward. Chase has got a lot of troops. With some siege, Spencer's got some troops and a lot of siege. Hence, Tanner is falling very quickly. Tanner's trying to fortify, he's trying to build some castles within his walls. Doesn't seem like that's going to last long. Got some villagers pouring through, opening up this gate, so technically they could send some paladins through that if they want. I'm back here to the middle, and there's... Oh, this is Jake. That would make so much more sense. I kept thinking this was Barzee. I'm so used to yellow being Barzee. That would make sense why he didn't have his Fortress of Solitude. And that would also make sense as to why there is so many castles and bombard towers, because that is Jake's home. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, well. That was interesting. I am so sorry, Barzee, and I'm so sorry, Jake. I get used to people being the same colors, and it throws me off when they're not. Somebody has yet to give up. It is Jono. Jono is yet to give up. He's like, I can do this. Take down all these bombard towers. Meanwhile, Chase has broken through. He is plunging. I mean, the game's already over, but it's still interesting to see that. But I guess this is where it is. Jono's trying to send a couple troops over here. Jono's like, I can do it myself. We'll survive. Alright, let's fast forward this to where he actually survives. There we go. GG, guys. That was exciting to see everything else going on. I didn't realize that there was two separate cuts that were just doing crazy, because I was just like in the trenches the whole time, just holding that middle. Let's see, military score goes, actually to me, that was surprising, and I guarantee you it was all those towers, because I was just plugging up that hole and the towers were doing all the work. Economy goes to Spencer. Technology, society, and the total score, because his military score was just behind mine, goes to the man, the myth, the legend, Larry Hunt. Looking at the military, I had the most units killed. Larry was not far behind. Larry definitely had the better KDA. I had just under 2 to 1, and he had over 2 to 1. That's crazy. He also had the most buildings raised at 83. No one even came close to that. Chase definitely had the biggest army, which is very evident. He had so many troops up there. Once he finally sent them forward, that was unstoppable. Larry also had the Eagle score. No, I think that was Spencer that had the Eagle score, which is true because Spencer was the most stoned and the most rich, with also trade profit. That's interesting. Larry was the best fed, and Jake, by a long shot, had the most wood. That is crazy. See, 13,000, 8,500. So it looks like Chase sent the most tribute, and that was all going to me? I guess that was me. He sent me a lot of gold. Turks go through a lot of gold. They do not have trash. All their units require gold. So thank you so much, Chase. I need it. Because at one point I was running out of camels. So, technology, I had the fast feudal and castle. Larry made it to imperial first. Let's see. Total castles goes to Larry with 10. Spencer had the relic gold and the relics captured, and the villager high of 276. Jake was just behind him with 274, and I was just behind him with 263. Yeah, and that's it. GG, guys. That was a good game. Did not peel my eyes away from the middle at all, but I'm glad it worked out. Right, and then I will work on